Hello and welcome to Bedhead Moments. I'm just gonna make a whole series of bedhead inspirational moments. um, this is when I get my work done though. It's first thing in the morning before I get to do anything. So, anyways, for my call to action and my later of the day aha moment, it's back to this book. Also, I'm sorry. I'm not this white. I don't blind people with my skin. It's just I'm in front of a huge window right now, so everything is very bright. Anyways, so I had a really awesome aha moment this morning reading this book. One of those, like, because you have aha moments every day of like, wow, that really hits home, or that's really inspirational, but this is like, this changes things for me, I feel like. And it makes a lot of sense to me. But when you have your own business, for me, this business is really hard, even though it's something that I really, really want to do. Not just the health and fitness coaching, but with everything that comes with it, like blogging, making videos, or just being myself out for the public to see. And as much as I really want to do that and pursue that and have this weird feeling in my bones that this is what I'm supposed to be doing, I have a hard time with it because I constantly feel vulnerable and exposed. As soon as somebody compliments me and not just criticizes me, I mean even says like, I am finding inspiration from you, I love your blog posts, I read your blogs every day, something like that, I get, even though I feel excited and I'm very happy with it and I'm grateful for their compliment, I start to feel really vulnerable, like, oh my gosh, people are watching me, people are actually seeing what I'm doing. So I start to feel extremely vulnerable, and that's when I start to retreat back a little bit. And that's not what I want to do. I want to be able to get through this fear and get through that feeling of vulnerability. But I always feel like I'm putting myself out there and putting out my vulnerability and my feelings and my thoughts. And as Jordan, I feel really like vulnerable, and I hate that feeling. So he made a really good point, Steven Pressfield, again, The War of Art. He made a really good point in the portion of his book that's like turning from amateur to pro, basically turning pro. One of his points was becoming your own corporation. Now, people actually do that. Like they'll start their own businesses under their name. They have their own credit cards. They've got their own accounts. They have tax write-offs. They have all this stuff. They're officially their own corporation, their own boss. They hire, they fire themselves, whatever. Even though I'm not Jordan Farragher Incorporation just yet, I can still treat my business like that. And it's almost like an alter ego, I want to say, where it's like, here, I'll just read this highlighted portion to you and it'll explain it. He says, sometimes as Joe Blow himself, I'm too mild-mannered to go out and sell. But as Joe Blow Incorporated, I can pimp the hell out of myself. I'm not me anymore. I'm me incorporated. I'm a pro. So it's also kind of like Beyonce and Sasha Fierce. If you guys don't know, Beyonce says that she has an alter ego. Her name is Sasha Fierce, and she is the one that goes out on the stage and rocks it like she does. But Beyonce herself feels too shy and introverted. But as Sasha Fierce, she is fierce and works super hard. So for me, I feel really vulnerable and really shy and introverted. But as my business, I sit down, I figure out what I need to do, and I treat it as my business. And whatever I'm doing, inviting, I'm not doing it as myself, I'm doing it as my employee. I'm doing it because I need to get it done for my job. So it's not, I mean, if you work in an office as well, you sit down at your desk, you know, you have this assignment that your boss needs you to do. You don't question it. You don't question whether or not you know what you're doing or whether you know the information that you're putting out there. You just do it because that is your job. And that's how it is for this. I hesitate to put any fact, like any nutrition fact that you see every single day, you read about all the time, anything that's even well known, and it is a fact. I have a hard time putting it out there because I myself am like, well, what if it's wrong? Somebody's going to criticize me. Somebody's going to point it out. Who cares? Who cares if somebody criticizes me or points it out? Like, this is what I do, and this is what I believe. So I'm going to put it out there, and this is my job to do it. I don't know if that makes sense. I kind of went on a tangent, but I guess the point of it is there is you and there is your business. So if you're having a hard time inviting because you are shy, because you are scared of the rejection, think of it more as your business. You are doing this as your business. They say no, you move on to the next client, you move on to the next prospect. You keep going because this is your business. This is what you do as your employee. If you were selling something at an office, like, I don't know, you worked for a really cool pen company and you had to call people every day to be like, hey, I've got these cool pens, do you want it? They say no, you're like, okay, click next on the list. Hey, I've got these cool pens, do you want it? Eventually somebody says yes, you sign them up, you have a relationship with them, they become customers. You don't think about it. You just do it because that's your job. You want to invite somebody into your challenge group, you invite them, and you go on to the next person, you invite that person, you go on to the next person, you invite that person. That is who you are as your employee. Instead of feeling really vulnerable, like, oh my God, what if they say no, they're going to stop talking to me? No, they're not going to. Just think of it as this is your job, you are the employee. That's it. So, yeah, I hope that you guys enjoyed this. This is not exactly how I planned on talking about it, but I don't have a script, so it might have come out jumbled. But hopefully it made a little bit of sense and give you a little bit of inspiration. But yeah, so have a good Sunday, and I will see you soon.